V, big defeat today. Second FA Cup defeat on the bounce. It ends a terrible season by your club standards. What went wrong, in your opinion, for your club today, my old mate?
I think what went wrong was the same thing that's been going wrong all season. I think this FA Cup final, it just reminds us all of what we've been doing poorly, inconsistently all season long. Now, I got to do this, regardless of the controversy with regards to the calls, the referee, VAR, all of that stuff. Listen,
we aren't Arsenal fans. We're not using that as an excuse.
Exactly. Like Kel says, we're City fans. So first and foremost, credit to Crystal Palace. They played to a T the way they wanted to. You can see how they want to execute. Obviously, catch us on the counter. How they defended was tremendous. And player of the match, Henderson. I know Terry's trying to stoke things up a little bit with regards to Pep and how he reacted to some of the players, but yeah, he didn't quite have the energy for Henderson, but he did have energy for Mateta and a few of the other Crystal Palace fans. But listen, they caught us on one counter and scored. You can't script it anymore. You can't script it. And that's been our problem. That's been first, second chances from our opposition and them scoring. And then we're on the attack or trying to break down low blocks or trying to break down 10 players in the box. It's just how this game played out. I really thought we were going to get I thought we were going to send this to extra time. Like this is the optimist in me. I'm watching this and I'm like, yeah, let's send this to extra time. It's just 10 extra minutes. Let's get it. But it didn't quite happen. The question that you posed earlier, actually, maybe I heard it incorrectly, but why Haaland didn't take the PK?
Yes. Why? Yes. Why didn't?
I mean, we'll have to wait until the press conference. This reminded me of a moment, not in a final, but Kels might remember this. Haaland gave up a pen to Mahrez in the first year when he broke the goal scoring record, and Mahrez missed that one as well. And ever since, there was no one else taking penalties. I don't know what's been happening on the training pitch. I don't know what kind of conversations may have happened between him and Marmoush, but obviously he handed it off and Marmoush had the confidence to want to take it. It was a poor penalty, but it was also a well-saved one. And for Henderson to react and also have a double save was tremendous. He was player of the match, and we were so poor across the board. Bernardo Silva,
dude, he needs to go.
Well, Kels, let's hold on. Bernardo Silva, and what he was asked to do today was to try and, I guess, hold O'Reilly's hand in the midfield, or not be too threatened for what Crystal Palace were going to do within the midfield, because he had a roaming role. He was all over the place. He wasn't really there defensively. He wasn't there creatively. I'm not sure. Pep tried something today in a final. And I'm not surprised by it because I've seen Pep try something in Champions League finals. We can all remember that versus Chelsea. So I don't know what he was trying to do. I think, and I think I've said this on a few other shows, I think he's trying to also show that loyalty that many, even Liverpool fans, kind of accuse Klopp of doing. He's showing that loyalty to a KDB, to a Bernardo Silva. Like, guys, let's end this on a high together, and then, we'll reset. I think he tried that too hard this season, and especially in this game. If there's anyone, and whether it's a City fan, whether it's a rival, saying, how are City letting KDB go? Listen, KDB had a poor game. KDB can't do this, in my opinion, every 3 games. And he played the entire game. He doesn't have it at this level anymore. And that's hard for me to say because I've loved him as a player. I've loved him as a City player. And it's clear, like, he was trying to get some things off. He is trying to do what he's done in the past with the disguised passes or just flick over tops, and it wasn't coming off. So, let's all kind of come to terms. We've got 2 more games for this season. We have to win this last home game. We have to. Like, with our top 4, top 5 hopes, we have to win our next home game, and we have to win our last home game for KDB. But credit to Crystal Palace with regards to this. No trophy. We're going to have an Arsenal trophy season, top 4, and that's what it is.
Yes, listen, I hear you, mate. Very, very fair. Kel, you look a little more frustrated than V.
Oh yeah, I'm very disappointed. I think a lot of this problems is the manager set the team up completely wrong. He's been playing with no wingers for how long, and then he just puts 2 in. We knew Crystal Palace's game plan. They were going to low block and they were going to transition, and he didn't start a CDM. Why did he buy Nico Gonzalez? Why did the board spend 60 million euros or pounds or whatever it was on Nico Gonzalez? He got benched when he didn't do anything wrong, and he's been out of the team, and we need that presence in the middle. He played in that game where we had the remontada against them at the Etihad when it was 5-2. He played in the middle of that pitch. He clogged up the space, and they were running rampant. I don't know what the idea was. Playing Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne as like a double pivot CDM in a final. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Kels, they didn't pose
don't understand this at all. I don't get it.
They didn't really pose any attacking threat today. Let's be honest. Like we weren't fearful of Crystal.
Further back. How is he going to help the attack when he's in the back? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't think anyone on the team had a good game.
I just want to say that very quickly, Kel, on that point before we forget. I was doing a watch along for this game, and I didn't want to upset the football gods. When I saw your starting 11, what my thought was, and I kept on saying it in my stream, I want to say things, but I don't want to curse it because I wanted obviously Palace to win as a United fan. And historically, I wanted them to do it because they've never won a trophy. That had nothing to do with it being against City. But when I saw your starting lineup, I thought that about your midfield. The second thing I thought was there's no one coming off your bench who I think can change the game from an attacking sense, because what Savio and Doku have when they come on against tired legs is they have that speed and that quality. And if they couldn't get the job done, I felt like all your cards were played. Foden. I mean, the fact Jack Grealish didn't even come on. You had some kid that's never kicked a ball for you come on the pitch. I think tells a hell of a lot. But sorry, back to you, Kel. My apologies.
Oh, hold on. Actually, Terry, would you mind? Let's WhatsApp in the future with these thoughts that you have. I won't post them. I won't share them, but just so we're accurate with some of these things you don't want to upset the football gods with.
Yeah, but then if I tell you, then it's but if I tell you, then it's in the ether, isn't it?
Oh wow. Okay, all right, fair enough.
There's certain things I don't like to say. Do you know what I mean? But if you go back and watch my watch along, I'm literally sitting there going, I want to say something, but I can't. But yeah, I don't say it because I don't like to upset Lady Luck, you know?
Yeah, gotcha.
Look, I am just frustrated this whole season. I think it's very clear that a lot of these players just don't have it anymore. I think today is a showcase of why we are not renewing De Bruyne's contract. And that pains me to say because Kevin De Bruyne is my favorite player. I love this guy, and he just doesn't have it anymore. And he shouldn't be playing 90 minutes every game. Bernardo Silva, I know he's only 30 years old, but he has been absolutely run into the ground. So he has the legs of a 35-year-old, and he plays every game. And they cannot progress the ball quickly anymore. You see it when Kev tries to pick a pass. He doesn't have that little zing he used to have, which made him so much better than everyone else. So now he just looks ordinary out there. And I'm struggling to process that. And to build a game around these two has just frustrated the absolute daylights out of me. I've said it's like dumbing down our team to accommodate these two players who just aren't good enough. But Bernardo Silva is like a drug for Pep Guardiola. He's like an addict. He can't quit this drug. So it's up to the board to do that job for him. They're doing it with De Bruyne. They have to do it with Bernardo Silva, or we cannot progress as a club. Unfortunately, these players it's like watching Liverpool's midfield from a couple of seasons ago when it was Fabinho and Henderson with 0 legs. That's what our midfield is. We neglected it. The last good midfielder we bought was Rodri 5 years ago, and he wasn't even good when we bought him. We made him good. He's not there this season. This whole season has been an overreaction to no Rodri. It's been frustrating to watch, and it's been absolutely boring to watch too. I'm happy with results. I don't care style play. I'm not a big style play person. If you get me trophies, whatever. But this has been just mind-numbingly awful to watch. I'm tired of watching 10,000 passes backwards to nothing. We had a ton of possession. We had absolutely nothing with it. It's just hard to watch, and it's frustrating, and it's a bad season, and it's almost over. Thank goodness.
Oh my God!
But it's been a frustrating season.
What?
You are bored of watching City? Yeah.
I never thought I would say that about a Pep team. Tell me a game.
It's always been boring, bro. It's always been boring. You only had good half a season, which is the second half season.
Do you know what it is? You're coming to. It's the reason you're bored is because you haven't won a trophy this year with it. The way you're viewing it is how most of us have always seen Pep Guardiola's football. Even
because it's not our team.
Even when you've been the best team in the world, the games are boring. It's not. It's brilliant for you guys playing that way and winning, but for a spectacle, it's like this is just one team, and then the other team might counter. It's not great, and it's not a dig. It's just about entertainment. It's a very efficient and very productive way of playing football by and large, but it's not entertaining. And if you take the trophies away, you see it yourselves. And of course, the trophies always mask those things because trophies matter more than style of play. But I totally agree with you, Kel. 110%.
I totally disagree.
I feel sorry for the neutrals, man. This backwards game is just, it's so mind-numbingly good.
Allah Alatim, Kelk, it has always been like this for us as neutrals. But you guys win the trophies. So for your team, it's the same as like when someone tells me, Mo, Inter under Mourinho played terrible defensive football that they destroyed the game. For me, because I won the treble that season, I don't see it that way, right? But remove the way sometimes people see it different than the fan of the club. It has looked like this.
Oh,
because
now depending on the
moments are not there.
The first half of the treble season was boring. Watching Jack Grealish and Riyad Mahrez and Holland, that was slow and awful.
No,
and then when you made the changes, it got a lot better.
Are you crazy? Stop this. The first year of the treble
season was boring.
The first half of the treble season, Holland was scoring back-to-back hat tricks per game. It was not boring. We're not going to rewrite
that December to January period was not fun to watch. When it was Grealish and Mahrez, that was slow.
No. We're rewriting history. No. That first half of the season, everybody was like, what kind of season is this going to be for Holland? Because he's scoring literally back-to-back hat tricks. I think he did it 3 times in a row. First half of the season, Kels.
Once the team kind of went, but there was a period where it was boring until he made the changes.
Oh, okay.
That December
it was boring.
That draw against Everton, that was not fun to watch. What was it? I guess
it'll be boring. It'll be boring.
Some dull games in there.
It'll be boring depending on the opposition, obviously, because if against lesser competition, they're going to bunker down and they're going to just play on the counter. That is boring because there's no free flowing. There's no up and down, right? When we played against Arsenal
over there,
when Arsenal trying to do their thing, those games weren't boring. But when they became defensive, it became boring. When we played Inter in the Champions League, would you say that was a boring game?
Yes.
If it's boring, it's because of one-sided, one team deciding to defend.
And
we tried to attack.
Mo, you need to be careful because Newcastle just won a trophy after 70 years. Bologna just won a trophy. Crystal Palace just won a trophy after 100 years. And guess who's never won a Champions League before?
Yeah, but they won trophies, so it's different. Paris Saint-Germain won
Champions League. You're on.
I want to ask a question. It's this team. How much does this team need, Vader, to actually win the league next season? And don't tell me it's only Rodri. Don't tell me only Rodri.
We need Bernardo gone. We need
You're asking me a
gone.
question, and then you want to tell me what not to say.
Gone.
Yes. Yeah, because that is the easy answer. We need Rodri back, and that, you know what? Don't do the Chelsea thing when people come in and say, do you think Chelsea will go to that Champions League next season? Yes, I need the players to do their job. That's not what I'm asking you. We all know that the players need to do their job. So don't tell me Rodri. Go ahead.
All right, Mo. You know that I don't answer anything like that ever, right?
All right.
That's why you posed the question. The whole thing that I want to point out is all these rumors that are happening with regards to the transfer window that's not quite open yet. That's the quality that we need to have, right? The players that are rumored to come to the club, and like Terry, I'm not going to say anything because of the football gods, but the players that are rumored to come to the club, that's what we need in all those departments, right? So it's clear we were trying to do as best as we can with a small squad to start the season, right? All we brought.
We spent 200 million. We spent 200 million pounds in January, bro.
We did in the
200 million pounds in January, bro. Don't complain about a squad, bro. 200 million pounds in January.
I didn't say anything about complaint, but if I can make my point, then we can move on. You drink your water like Pep. In the summer transfer window, we had Savinho and we had Gundogan. All right. That was clearly not enough because of, like you mentioned, the departure of Rodri and how we looked, right? We had a lot of injuries that we had to deal with. And Terry did many shows talking about the poor form, 1-13, 1-14. But what we did in Jan was also in an attempt to be ahead of the curve for next season. We went and got 2 young defenders. They didn't touch the pitch. They haven't really touched the pitch since being purchased. Marmoush, great Egyptian-Canadian talent. He's going to be prominent Hey, stop that, Kels. He's going to be prominent as we move forward with regards to the attack. And then obviously Nico Gonzalez, I think he's going to learn mentorship under Rodri. We're still going out to get additional players. This isn't set, and we've aged out very quickly. And when we as City fans were talking about we didn't prepare right, we weren't ready for this, we were kind of caught blindly because, again, maybe we felt a little too quote unquote arrogant. Maybe we were believing our hype a little too much because we did something that was never seen before in the club, and maybe the club were like, you know what, we got this. Liverpool didn't spend any money, new manager, we could afford to maybe do this. Well, mentality at Arsenal, no, you know what, we can still do this. We were wrong.
When it comes to winning next year, to your question, Mo, and then we're going to go to some super chats. I think it's I think if City have another season next year close to this one, I don't mean a run of one win in 13. I just mean finishing in the top 4, no trophies, a number of losses like this year. I think Pep walks. I just think that's what the ramifications will be. I don't think he'll be sacked. I think Pep would walk personally if he had 2 years of not.
I don't see Pep
delivering his standards, but the reason I say that is he's done it. He's walked away from other jobs before, but yeah, we'll see. Some super chats I want to go to here that have come through on the show.